Welcome. Have a nice day. Today is Wednesday, 11th of December 2024. December 11 is celebrated as International Mountain Day. Today's event is about the importance of mountains. It also highlighted the opportunities and challenges in mountain development. Actually, it was in 2002 the United Nations General Assembly UNGA designated 11 December as International Mountain Day. For that, Agriculture Organization of the UN coordinates the annual celebration of the day to foster greater awareness of mountain issues. From world news including United Health CEO's murder suspect Luigi Mangio was fight extradition to New York. Israeli military says it has brought most of the Syria's strategic weapons to violence. European Union shares evidence of Indian entities breaching G7 sanctions by making supplies to Russia. Russian lawmakers advance bill removing terrorist designation for Taliban. After New Delhi expresses concern on Bangladesh confirms 88 incidents of violence against minorities. Governor of the great state of Canada, Trump mocks Trudeau amid tariff threat. Now from the Hindu newspaper, Israel says it will impose sterile defense zone in southern Syria. Soldiers of the Israeli army, infantry 6th Brigade, take part in the assault coordination exercise near Moshev Khidmat Tesvi in the Israel annexed Golan Heights on December 7, 2023, amid ongoing cross-border tensions as fighting continues with the Hamas militants in the southern Gaza Strip. Syrian sources said the incursion had extended to within 25 kilometers, that is 15 miles of the capital Damascus. Israeli jets target a Syrian military to prevent the weapons falling into the rebellion hands. Israel has ordered its forces to create a sterile defense zone in the southern Syria that would be enforced without a permanent Israeli presence as it tightens its hold along the line between the Syria and Israel. Occupied Golan Heights Defense Minister Israel Katz said on Tuesday, December 10, 2024. He gave actually no details about it, but said that the zone would prevent the establishment and organization of terror in Syria. Trump names Andrew Ferguson as head of the Federal Trade Commission to replace Lina Khan, the Federal Trade Commission building in Washington. President-elect Donald Trump has named Andrew Ferguson to be the next chair of the Federal Trade Commission. President-elect Donald Trump on Tuesday named Andrew Ferguson as next chair of the Federal Trade Commission. He will replace Lina Khan, who became a lightning rod for Wall Street and Silicon Valley by blocking billions of dollars worth of corporate acquisitions and suing Amazon and Meta while alleging anti-competitive behavior. Russia transported Assad in most secured way, Deputy Finance Minister Sergei Ryabkov. Russian Deputy Finance Minister Sergei Ryabkov. Asked whether Russia would hand over Assad for trial, Mr. Ryabkov said, Russia is not a party to the convention that established the International Criminal Court. Russia transported Bashar al-Assad, who was ousted as Syria's president by the lightning rebel offensive, very securely to Russia. The country's Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov told NBC News in the interview aired on Tuesday. Now from Hindustan Times newspaper, defense tries in focus at Rajnath Putin meeting. Russian President Vladimir Putin shakes hands with the Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh during a meeting in Moscow. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on Tuesday met Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow with a focus on bilateral defense cooperation as the two leaders stressed the immense potential of the India-Russia partnership, according to the official statement. On the second day of his visit, Rajnath also met his Russian counterpart Andrei Belosov and asked Moscow to speed up the delivery of the two remaining squadrons of the S-400 air defense missile system, sought enhanced surveillance and maintenance support for the Indian Air Force's Sukhoi F-30 fleet, and urged Russia to explore the possibility of making India a hub for the maintenance, repair and overhaul of T-90 and T-72 tanks. People aware of the matter said. Mamata finds support aimed rift in opposition bloc. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. Two key constituents sorry, of the Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance, India Black in West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Tuesday on to head the opposition coalition, adding to growing call for a shake-up with the bloc that did well in the Lok Sabha polls but has flagged since. Dal Khalsa objects to demands of excommunicating superior attacker Naren Chora. Naren Singh Chora being produced in court in Amritsar. Reacting sharply to the Shirmani Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee (SGPC) Executive Committee resolution seeking excommunication of Naren Singh Chora from the community, the Dal Khalsa condemned move, claiming that it will set a bad precedent and may deepen the wedge between the moderate and hardliner sections. It is pertinent to mention that SGPC executive led by its president Harjinder Singh Dhami had handed over the resolution to Akal Takht Chatidar Yani Raghbir Singh to excommunicate Chora, a former militant who made an assassination attempt on Shiromani Akali Dal (SAD) leader Sukhbir Singh Badal outside the Golden Temple on December 4 when the leader was undergoing a Tanka religious punishment. Dal Khalsa leaders Harpal Singh Chima, Paramjit Singh Maan and Kanwarpal Singh said the organization and Sikhs will neither accept nor tolerate any decision to excommunicate Chora. Maan said since Chora is in police custody, the law will take its course. From economy of the country, from the business point of view, South Africa, Namibia, Turkey backed India in opposing China-led World Trade Organization pact to shelf. This comes at a time when investment flows are increasingly shifting away from China due to the possible United States-China trade war and weakening consumer demand in China. World Trade Organization is negotiating an agreement to discipline subsidies that contribute to overfishing and overcapacity. Female labor force participation rate rose during 2017 to 18 up to 2022-23. Bihar, Punjab, Haryana record low female LFPR Northeast status show improvement. One of the criticism of the rise of the female LFPR over the recent years has been that the majority of the increase has been seen for unpaid family work. E-commerce firm must ensure transparency, uphold the consumer interest. Prahlad Joshi, Minister of the Commerce, Prahlad Joshi on Tuesday asserted that e-commerce companies have significant role to play in the ensuring transparent, trustworthy and safe shopping environment for all customers. Speaking at Amazon Sabha Summit, Joshi outlined the government all-out efforts to ensure that consumer rights are protected through a slew of the measures such as consumer protection. Union Minister Prahlad Joshi. Now from Science and Tech, we have deepening India's steps as a key space-faring nation. There's likely to be a strong private sector interest in India to take up contracts with the right incentives. Space is an emergent sector with much potential of commercialization. It has an ambiguous goal to support its space program in the next 2 decades. This goal is hinged on a powerful reusable rockets such as the Indian Space Research Organization's upcoming next generation launch vehicle NGLV. In addition to the NGLV, India must tap into its private sector to develop more such rockets in order to secure strategic autonomy in its access to outer space. ISRO's roadmap from an infant space program in the 1960s, India has grown into a powerful spacefaring nation. Preparations for a Gaganyaan mission are underway. Gaganyaan will take an India crew to space for the first time, demonstrating Indian human spaceflight capability. By the end of the next decade, India aims to have more sustained presence in the space by having its own space station in orbit around the Earth. It also aims to expand its human spaceflight capabilities to the moon. Saurashtra fossils says only humans did not stick to a coast as they moved. A digital elevation map of Saurashtra showing the steady area Aji Basin and B is the Badhar Basin and the middle Paleolithic site distribution. Scientists know Homo sapiens evolved in Africa and migrated to different parts of the world, but they disagree what the roots of the humans took and when. Several studies have supported the coastal dispersion area, the migration humans travel along the coast, but the idea suffers an important flaw: no archaeological evidence. Genetic studies have based a neat picture of the human evolution and migration around the world by studying how frequently DNA in the mitochondria, the cell structure responsible for the producing energy, mutates. Scientists have found that Homo sapiens evolved in Africa for millennia, then migrated to different parts of the world. Scientists mostly agree out of this of Africa theory of human evolution and migration, but they frequently disagree on when exactly our ancestors migrated and what routes they took to different parts of the globe. Several genetic studies have supported the coastal dispersion area. The migration humans traveled along the coast, especially in the tropics where the weather was warm and wet and food was plentiful. In the year of 2005, the mitochondrial genomes from 260 asleep people revealed early human birds rapidly around 65,000 years ago. On the coast of the Indian Ocean, before reaching Australia in 2020, the nuclear and mitochondrial DNA from the remains of the 2,700-year-old individual in Japan showed a strong genetic affinity with the indigenous Taiwanese tribes. The authors of the study concluded the findings supported coastal migration. Human settlement in the Indonesia archipelago have also been linked to the coastal journeys. Their scheme to triple those with access to top journals. The center's One Nation, One Subscription scheme will more than triple the number of state-affiliated colleges and individual beneficiaries who can access research papers in the science and humanities. The ONOS scheme aims to expand the research literature available to the students and faculty outside of the privileged centrally funded institutes. And the 171 institutes of the national importance, the Center's One Nation, One Subscription (ONOS) scheme will more than triple the number of the state-affiliated colleges and individual beneficiaries who can access research papers in the science and humanities from the world's top publishers. So while this will double the center's annual spend on subscriptions, it will also mean a 62% of the increase in the number of journals that make up to 95% of the published research available to the students. In the first phase of that will begin on January 1st, 2025, such access will be available to all the state or government institutions, including state college research bodies. In 2027, after a review, we can consider private universities and colleges, said Ajay Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor, PSA, at a press conference here on Tuesday. Indian researchers develop artificial intelligence-based platform to identify age-defying molecules rapidly. Age extent also helps us in understanding the biological mechanism of components. One of the scientists' longevity has always been the holy grail of medicine, and extending life beyond its conceivable end has driven kings, researchers, and pharma companies alike through a roller coaster ride that invariably stops at ground level. No wonder the search continues. Now it is in an Indian group from the Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology, Delhi, that has used a platform based on artificial intelligence to discover molecules that promote healthy aging. Researchers at IIIT Delhi have developed Age Extend as a tool to efficiently cut down the time taken to identify valuable molecules with the geroprotectors or age-defying properties. Through conventional research, the authors who have published the experiment in a recent issue, Nature Aging, has said that they screened over 1.1 billion compounds over a period of 2 years and have the platform had uncovered several promising candidates validated through experiments on yeast, worms, C. Illeganus and human cells modulus, a fraction of them less than 1% have been identified with anti-aging properties. Last, there's a famous physician of India whose full name is Sir Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman, C.V. Raman. Birth on 37 November 1888 up to 21st of November 1970, known as simply as C.V. Raman, who was an Indian physicist known for his work in the field of light scattering using a spectrograph that he developed. He and his student K.S. Krishnan discovered that when light traverses a transparent material, the deflected light changes its wavelength. This phenomena, a heterogeneous unknown type of scattering of light, which is called modified scattering, was subsequently termed as the Raman effect or Raman scattering. In the 1930s, Raman received the Nobel Prize in Physics for his discovery and was the first Asian and the first non-white received Nobel Prize in any branch of science. In 1917, he was appointed the first Polish professor of physics by Ashutosh Mukherjee at the Royal Bazar Science College under the University of Calcutta. On his first trip to Europe, seeing the Mediterranean Sea motivated him to identify the prevailing explanation for the blue color of the sea at the time, namely the reflected radial scattering light from the sky, as being incorrect. He founded the Indian Journal of Physics in 1926. Moved to Bangalore in 1933 to become the first Indian director of the Indian Institute of Science. He founded the Indian Academy of Science. Same year, he established the Raman Research Institute in 1948, where he worked to his last days. C.V. Raman says a very famous quotation. He says that the essence of science is independent thinking, hard work and not equipment. When I got my Nobel Prize, I had spent hardly 200 rupees on my equipment. Sorry. Okay, thank you.